There's been a lot of conversation about the new Mario movie, and I just got back from it with my son. And I can tell you right now, the theater was packed. It was full. And we went not early, but not the latest show. It was pretty decent, and it was a packed show. So I know a lot of people are complaining about the film, talking about there's way too many characters, the writing isn't as good, and it's just kind of thrown together. I've heard people sit there and say that kids deserve better. Well, when I tell you that at the end of this movie, everybody was clapping in the movie theater and kids were excited. There were kids dressed up as Yoshi. There were kids bringing their stuffed Mario plushies. And then there was some adults like myself that were there. Granted, I was there with my son, but there were some adults that were there by themselves or with a group of friends. Mario is 40, okay? I am 47, so I've been playing Mario in some form or another for a very long time. Let me tell you what I think of the movie without giving everything away. First, there is a mid-credit scene and a post-credit scene which sets up another film. And you know what? We should get another one as they are expanding the Nintendo universe by introducing us to new characters. So I'm excited about that. I think that the animation for this is awesome. It is phenomenal, just like the first one. It's big. It feels like a crazy Mario world, a Mario galaxy. And there is a lot of things going on. There's a lot of stuff to look in the background at. There's a lot of cameos. There's a lot of call outs to games over the years. And I think that if you've played any of those games, whether it be early Mario or current Mario or more recent Mario games, you will spot characters and call outs and little Easter eggs. As far as the voices are concerned, that is my biggest complaint, and it's more so in the second film. Chris Pratt as Mario is not the right choice. I didn't have a problem with him in the first film, but I noticed it more in the second, as he definitely shies away from who Mario is and what Mario sounded like in the games and the cartoons and what we've all grown to know Mario to be. I don't think Chris Pratt's the choice. I think it's Chris Pratt being Chris Pratt talking about Mario or talking like Mario. And it doesn't work for me. As far as everybody else goes, they're fine. I have no issues with it. I love the story with Bowser, and I think that honestly, he's the most interesting character in the film. And although it was really cool to see some of the other characters, I think Bowser and his arc, I loved it. And his evolution, absolutely. I think the big thing that was, I don't want to say disappointing, but what I liked better about the first one is that the humor didn't feel forced. In this one, the humor and the situations feel very forced and unnecessary. That being said, this is a kid's film. And for us to sit there and say that kids deserve better, I understand some of the points people are making as far as the writing, but let's not forget the cartoons that I used to watch back in the day. Looney Tunes, which made absolutely no sense, and half of the other early 80s cartoons that were just outlandish that hardly had writing. The fact that we are getting these stories and these development of characters, or developmental characters, I should say, and their story arcs in one fashion or another with great animation on the big screen is huge. So who are we as adults to sit there and say kids deserve better when the kids are saying, I really like it? When the kids are happy, when the kids are leaving in joy, and they're smiling. Granted, we as adults might think, yeah, that was kind of corny, but isn't that the whole point of these type of movies? And although animation is a great way to tell a story, and I do think that you can get in-depth animation films, we've seen it, Mario Brothers might not be that. Although I didn't enjoy this as much as the first one, it was still really fun. And for me to see other people having fun, that's what going to the movie theater is all about.